So my name's Nick Francu. I'm the morning show host with Q98, part of Pattison Media Limited here in North Battleford and Meadow Lake. Pattison Media Limited is the bigger company, which is part of our media outlet, which includes Q98, 93.3 The Rock, CJNB and CJNS in Meadow Lake, as well as Battlefords Now and MeadowLakeNow.com, our local community portals. A lot of people might argue that radio is an old thing, and it is old. It's been around for a long, long time, but that just goes to show that it's got the long distance running capability that other things maybe don't. Yeah, sure, we play music just like a lot of different places do. Yeah, we bring you news just like a lot of other different outlets do, but we give it that local feel. Being that we choose to make our address here in the Battlefords or in Meadow Lake, we have our fingers on the pulse of what's going on in your community. We like to bring that to the airwaves each and every day, as well as to the news stories that we present with Battlefords Now and MeadowLakeNow.com. It makes it really important to listeners when we can talk about the things that their kids are involved in, or the fundraiser that they just gave money to, or perhaps the closure of the buses, or what's going on with their local hospital. They rely on us for that really local connection. Like I said, the fingers on the pulse of what's happening in your community really does make local radio relevant. So being from the Battlefords, it was a really lucky stroke for me to be able to get into radio and come home when I had that opportunity. The Battlefords is where I've always known to be comfortable. The Battlefords is where I've known the people, the family names, the organizations and the charities that our community relies on. I love to be a part of those things. So for me to choose to be a part of this community was simple because it's where my heart is. Home is where your heart is, and this is exactly where I want to be. There are people that say, well, why don't you move off to big centers and big places? There's something to be said about knowing your neighbors, knowing you're surrounded by people that care about the same community that you do. In those bigger centers, you got some of that real autonomy. You're just another person in the crowd. Whereas here, I hear about the different things that are happening, and I know the person that's behind that fundraiser. I know the incoming chair of the Chamber of Commerce. These are people that I grew up with. These are people that I can count on, and that feels really, really good.